to call the meeting tonight for the Joint Community Development and Finance Committee, May 24th, 2021. I would like to call the Community Development. Mr. Stewart, could you please call Finance?
I'll call finance to order.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. We have 5 items on the agenda. The first item is the approval of the May 10th, 2021 Joint Community Development Finance Meeting minutes. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. Sarah, seconded by Mrs. Mitchell.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
Okay. All opposed, nay. Motion carried. Item 2 is the matter of a downtown facade improvement program application for Big O Enterprises LLC. Director Calvert.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So we received an application for a downtown facade grant for 212 East Avenue. That is Big O Enterprises, also known as Elmer's Ice Cream, which everybody is very excited for. The grant application is to cover costs, help assist with costs for windows and signage. The total amount of eligible costs submitted was $18,912.58, which would allow for an eligible reimbursement amount of $9,456.29. I believe we do have John and Cynthia Oleskiak on the line to say a few words if there's no questions at this time.
That's fantastic. If they would like to speak, they can go ahead right now.
Do this one here. 32614.
There we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us. Considering we just got our audio fixed, we're not sure what we missed. So if you can bring us up to speed, we greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Well, basically, this is Tom Callahan, Chairman of Community Development. Mr. Stewart is here along with both committees. Director Calvert just explained to us the facade improvement program application that you guys are looking for. And we were just going to have you guys introduce yourselves and maybe if you want to tell us a little bit about your company and see if anybody has any questions.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
So I'm John Oleksiak. This is my wife, Cynthia. We're opening an ice cream shop on East Avenue. And don't know if you drive down there very often, but we've had comments from the entire community overwhelmingly positive about what an impact that we're making on that area of the block across from the Chronicle. So our endeavor is an ice cream and sandwich and snack type shop. We've already interviewed and hired 15 high schoolers that are going to be our main staff along with Cindy and myself. We're rolling right along. Lots of long days and long hours, but it should be fun. We're looking forward to it.
Well, that is excellent. The fact that you're going to be opening soon, things are getting a little better. You're going to employ some young folks over there. It's just you're giving people opportunities, and I just think this is all good. We'll see if anybody else has any comments or any questions. Okay, I'm not seeing any.
Oh, you had to speak up.
Mr. Tolet has his
Mr.
hand
Tolet.
up.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Thomas.
Mr. Tolet. I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Through you, Mr. Chair, I just wanted to say thank you for investing in our community. What you're doing is outstanding, and I hope you have to employ 35 high school kids one day. And it really means a lot. It makes a difference to the community. And again, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, are there any other questions, comments? I'm not seeing any. This is all positive stuff. So at this point in time, I will read the committee report and we'll take it from there. We have considered the matter of a downtown facade improvement program application. This is an ordinance authorizing the application of said program for Big O Enterprises at 212 East Avenue. This application was reviewed by the Elyria Economic Development Committee on May 21st, 2021, and was approved with a total investment which has been updated to $18,912.58. And a maximum eligible reimbursement is $9,456.29. Could I get a motion from Community Development?
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made by Mr. Sarah, seconded by Dr. Jesse.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
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 All opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Can I get a motion from finance?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Baird, second by Ms. Davis. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay, motion carried unanimously by both committees. This will go to full council next Monday night. I don't see any problem. Once again, thank you very much for your investment. Look for an opportunity of getting a sandwich and an ice cream cone later this summer.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. We were hoping everybody was an ice cream fan, so.
Yes. Oh, everybody's ice cream. Trust me. Trust me.
Definitely, definitely.
All right. Thanks again, folks. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, we got item 3. This is the matter of a COVID-19 emergency loan application for Affirmed Home Health LLC. Director Calvert.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As a reminder, because it's been many, many months since we brought this program forward for your approval, when the city received the CDBG COVID allocation of funds, we created the COVID-19 Emergency Loan Program, which allows for $5,000 loans, up to $5,000 loans, to be given to small businesses that have been negatively impacted by the COVID-19 virus or are seeking to start a business that provides medical, food delivery, cleaning, or other services to support home health and quarantine. The way that the program works is that the loan has a 3-year term at a 0% interest rate. And if the business is able to retain at least one low to moderate income employee for the first 3 months after the receipt of the loan funds, then the loan is completely forgiven. So that is the program that we created almost a year ago. We have received about 6 applications for that program. However, they did not meet the program requirements until recently. We've had 2 loan applications come that the EEDC reviewed last Friday and have approved preliminarily, and they do meet the program requirements. So that's what we're bringing forth to the committee today. The first is an application from Affirmed Home Health. That is a startup business who is going to be starting a business that will provide more comfort care services rather than clinical care services to persons impacted by a variety of health conditions, including COVID-19. And they are requesting the loan to assist with hiring, marketing, building a website, and promoting their business. So they have met the qualifications of the program. Again, the EEDC met last Friday and approved that. And I'd be happy to answer any questions about the application.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Are there any questions from anyone on either committee? I'm currently seeing, oh, I see a hand. That is that Mr. Oswald?
Yeah, through you, Mr. Chair. Where is the company exactly, Sugar and Spice? Where is it going in? What is a little bit about it? I was looking for some information.
Through you, Mr. Chair, Mr. Oswald, this is for Affirmed Health.
The Sugar and Spice?
Affirmed Home Health, yeah, LLC. Sugar and Spice will be the next item.
I'm sorry. I thought that's the one that she was talking about. I
That's okay.
apologize.
That's fine. That's fine. Are there any other questions? Comments? I'm seeing none. So I will read the complete committee report. we have considered the matter of a COVID-19 emergency loan application. This is an ordinance authorizing the COVID-19 emergency loan application in the amount of $5,000 for Affirm Home Health LLC. This application was reviewed by the Elyria Economic Development Committee last Friday on May 21st, 2021, and was approved. Could I get a motion from Community Development?
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Sarah and seconded by Mr. Jesse.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Can I get a motion from finance?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Baird,
Second.
second by Ms. Davis. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay, now we're gonna get into some sugar and spice. Item 4 is the matter of a COVID-19 emergency loan application for Susan Sugar and Spice LLC. Director Calvert.
Thank you. So the next application we have, again, is for that COVID-19 emergency loan program that we have, and it is for Susan Sugar and Spice, which is located at Midway Mall. They actually have 2 locations there at Midway. She began her business really focused on confectionery items, cakes for special occasions, that kind of thing. But with COVID, obviously, weddings were her number one business, and that exposed some risk in having so much of her business focused in events. So she has diversified to offer sandwiches, and she is also going to be having a food truck, and she is seeking assistance to be able to hire or retain 4 employees and possibly hire more to help, help with her business and keep the operations going, since she has had such significant issues with revenue loss due to the events being canceled during the COVID pandemic.
Okay, thank you very much, Director Calvert. Are there any questions? I know, Mr. Oswald, was your question answered?
Yes, it was. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Are there any other questions or comments? from
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to make one point that I neglected to say. The Economic Development Committee met last Friday and did agree to approve this. However, it's conditional upon verification that all local taxes are current.
Thank you very much for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Are there any other questions or comments?
Mr.
Okay.
Callahan.
Yes, Mrs. Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. I guess the only concern that I have, and it's not even really a concern, is that she's located at the mall. And I'm not being funny. There's no foot traffic at the mall because there's nothing in the mall. So I don't even know.
Thank you for that question. We did talk to her about that quite a bit. It's less impactful for the cakes business. So it's, that foot traffic is not, that side of the business isn't really reliant on foot traffic per se. She did open the other part in the food court, and has said that there actually is enough foot traffic to service that population, particularly since there are so few other food options there. So she has stated that there is enough business there for her with that operation. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's an excellent point. Thank you very much for pointing that out. And that was an excellent question. Are there any other questions or comments? I'm seeing none. I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of a COVID-19 emergency loan application. This is an ordinance authorizing the COVID-19 emergency loan application in the amount of $5,000 for Susan Sugar and Spice LLC. This application was reviewed by the Elyria Economic Development Committee on May 21st, 2021, and it was approved on the condition and verification that local taxes are current. Could I get a motion from Community Development?
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Sarah, seconded by Mr. Jesse. Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Can I get a motion from finance?
So moved, Mr.
Moved by
Chairman.
Mr. Baird,
Second.
second by Ms. Davis. Is there any further discussion? Mr. Baird?
Yeah, just a comment, and I made it, you were there, so you know, at the meeting. And these funds are designed to help people who could probably have a difficult time getting commercial help on this. So, and that's what the money's for. I wish them best of luck, and we hope we're successful with it. At least we're helping people who have the gumption to move ahead with a business. So, saying that.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Baird. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
Question's been called. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay, we have one more item to go in front of the joint committee tonight. And this is the matter of a renewal of the Finwood apartment lease for Inez James. And I believe that we have Director Reardon on the line.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, just the lease is going to be up June 30th, so this would renew starting July 1st. Same tenant that's been there, same monthly lease amount. So any questions?
Thank you very much. Are there any questions from anyone on either committee? Mrs. Mitchell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you to Director Reardon. What are the terms of the lease? Is it a year's lease?
Yeah, 1 year, $450 a month.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, it's pretty cut and dry. Seeing none, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of a renewal of the lease agreement for the Finwood apartment. This is an ordinance authorizing said lease agreement for Inez James at Finwood Apartments. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Sarah, seconded by Mrs. Mitchell. Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Per the direction of the law director, she's asked that maybe we could amend this to have this placed on an emergency since it's going to be expiring here. So Mr. Chair, if you'd like to, for community development, to make an amendment to that?
Yes, that would be fine. Could we get an amendment from community development in regards to making this an emergency?
So moved.
Second concur.
It's been, okay, moved and seconded, and I believe we will vote on that. All in favor, use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Can I get a motion from finance?
So move, Mr. Chair.
Moved by Ms. Davis,
Second.
second by Mr. Baird. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay. A lot of good things going on, starting slowly but surely. So seeing nothing else in regards to the joint committee, I would accept a motion to adjourn the community development portion of the meeting.
So moved.
Okay, the motion has been made by Mr. Sarah, seconded by Mrs. Mitchell.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Meeting adjourned and finance will carry on. Thank you.
Okay. Excuse me. We'll continue on with finance. Can I get the approval of the regular finance meeting minutes for May 10th and May 10th of 2021 and December 14th of 2020?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Baird.
Second.
Second by Mr. Tolet. Is there any further discussion?
Question.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Second item on the agenda is we consider the matter of the Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council grant, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept, if offered, the said NOPEC Energized Community Grant for the year of 2021 for an amount up to $101,935. Can I get a motion to get it on the floor?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Baird.
Second.
Second by Ms. Davis. Director Brubaker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As it's stated in the referral, this is the same grant we've gone after the last number of years. And in the referral, it states what we will hopefully be able to spend it on, but not limited to LED lighting, traffic signal upgrades, insulation, energy-efficient windows, solar-powered LED stop signs, energy-efficient air conditioning, electrical upgrades, generators, and LED lighting upgrades.
Mr. Director Brubaker, would that apply for light poles? Like, for example, the ones that are down on 57, or those in the future that we know usually happens?
This is not a part of the grant here,
Okay.
although we have obviously used issue $6 to stock. And actually, you mentioned that Mr. Showalter has stated that we've been lucky this year, and we do have some in stock.
Okay, very good. Law Director Deary.
Thank you. Mr. Brubaker, is this time sensitive as far as the grant deadline? Should this go as an emergency?
You know, Mr. Chairman, through you to the law director, in looking at this and looking at the previous legislation that was submitted with this, I would suggest that we do this as a suspension and an emergency,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Does the motion concur?
Concur.
Does the second?
Second.
Second does concur. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. Baird?
Yeah, just a question. I noticed this is a little bit less than we've received before. What's that basis on, if you know, Mr. Brubaker?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Baird, my understanding is the cost of energy has gone up, and there's been a shift in what they give out. So, yeah, exactly.
The cost of energy went up.
And we're getting
More
less.
money? I don't get that.
We asked the same question,
I
and when we
see.
talked to the grants writer, that's the way it was explained, so.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 3. We've considered the matter of creating 2 new part-time seasonal positions, an ordinance authorizing part-time seasonal wages for 2 new positions, instructor 3 and a recreational specialist 3, and amending the wage ordinance. Can I get a motion to get it on the floor?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second by Mr. Baird. Mr. Farrell, or, no, Mr. Pulaski, Finance Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, the Parks and Recreation Director has requested, as you mentioned, 2 new positions. The instructor 3 ranging, the range will be $13.50 an hour, all the way up to $15.50 per hour. And recreation specialist 3, minimum wage of $15.50 per hour, going all the way up to $19.50 per hour.
Okay,
And there's like 9 steps in each one.
all right. Director Reardon, do you want to add anything more to that, just to kind of for clarification for the committees and those that are on the panel?
Yeah, thank you, through you, Chair. So basically, I think back in 2019, the ordinance was changed from I think we had 3 steps before to this one, and some of the rates that we were paying people were left off of this one. So we actually had people that were already in some of these rates, but because of 2020, they did not come back for seasonal employment. Now they're coming back for seasonal employment for the summer, so we're adding this line, and then it also gives us the ability for people that have been with us longer to bump them up when they do come back.
Sure. Very good. Mr. Tolet?
Through you, Mr. Chair, to the law director's point, because this begins, I believe, June 1st, do we want to make this an emergency?
Well, that's what I was just talking to Director Pulaski about. Yes, we do have some staff that is coming back. I want to say the 2nd week of June. So yes, if this could be an emergency also.
Thank you.
Does the motion concur?
Concur.
Second? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Oh. Okay. Okay. Mr. Pulaski, is there any, I think it was put on the agenda, just in case for amending the
We
2021?
do have one, yes.
Okay. We consider the matter of the 2021 permanent appropriation changes in ordinance authorizing to amend the 2021 permanent appropriation number 2021-50, and Mr. Pulaski will supply the attached based on his comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For whatever reason, Muni Court did not submit a budget for the Indigent Drivers Alcohol Treatment Fund, and now they are apparently sending people for treatment. So we're just going to appropriate or ask you to appropriate the same amount that was appropriated in the 2019 budget or 2020 budget, which is $40,000 in operating and maintenance. Actually, there was 250 appropriated, and now we're asking 40,000 to be added to bring it to 40,250. And this is for the Indigent Drivers Alcohol and Criminal Offender Treatment Program.
Okay. Can I get a motion to get it on the floor?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Baird,
Second.
second by Mr. Gillette. Mr. Baird?
Yeah, does that cover, is that estimated to cover the whole year?
Actually, I don't think they'll spend that much, but
Oh,
that's what we put in the 2020 budget, so we're just gonna mirror what we did last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That-
Yep.
that
I mean,
sounds-
there's several $100,000 in that fund.
Yeah.
So,
That sounds better all the time. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion?
Question?
Question's been called. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. With that being said, if there's nothing more to come before this committee, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Move adjourned, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Baird,
Second.
second by Mr. Gillette. Is there any further discussion?
oh, I do have one item, sorry. Just to let, I'm sure everybody knows, but we did receive our first installment of the rescue plan money. So last week, we received a wire or ACH of $9,390,406. So it's in the bank.
Nice.
Now we need to appropriate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any further discussion?
Question?
Question, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Hey, that's where, so we can get that dry parking lot fixed over there at the park. We could donate to that. Right, not the whole 400,000, but at least let us give them something so we can get it done. I think that'd be a great idea. We'll see if we can get that done.
Use 150,000 maybe?
At least, or two. Oh.
No, I was at the river last Sunday. Yeah, 3.5 hours kayak. So,